Hey guys, good morning and thanks for joining. So in the last class, we discussed about ISO 27001 and also we discussed about the GDPR. So let's talk about third one. It's a PCI DSS. So it's one of the right now it's one of the very important complaints, and this complaints is applicable to mainly wherever payment is accepting via debit card and credit card. First of all, before going to in-depth analysis, what is the full form of PCI DSS? Payment card industry data security standards. So that is the full form of PCI DSS. You can see here card, payment card. So whatever payment we are doing via card, that may be through debit card and credit card. So whoever is accepting the payment via debit card and credit card, those companies has to do the certification of PCI DSS. For example, Amazon. Whenever you are opening in the Amazon and something you are placing the order, they are accepting debit card and credit card also. PhonePe, Google Pay, Zomato, Uber, Ola, IRCTC. Okay, so whoever customers, whoever vendors, they are accepting the payment transaction via either debit card and credit card. For those industries, it is applicable to PCI DSS. They have to complete this certification. So that is the importance of the PCI DSS. And here financial transaction, not only we are doing via debit card and credit card, we have UPI transaction also, wire transfer transaction also, and also net banking transaction also. So but this concept is applicable to debit card and credit card options only. Okay, so let's start now. Yes, you are right. PhonePe has that option on the down, ISO 27001 and also PCI DSS. So whoever vendor is accepting the payment via debit card and credit card, those vendors has to complete or certify PCI DSS certification. So under the PCI DSS, example, debit card and credit card. So whenever you are making any payment, after entering our debit card and credit card data, so it will redirect into third party payment gateway. Okay. So example, Roser Pay, and also through payment gateway to any other third party application also. Now, in case if you want to comply these PCI DSS certification, now you have to think about two angles or two perspectives. So first perspective is end user debit card or credit card is sitting in the app. So that is the one of the perspective you have to think, or one of the angle you have to think. Second one is payment gateway backend servers. Okay, on top of these servers only, these payment gateway applications can be deployed. So payment gateway backend servers. Now keep in these two minds, and now we have to categorize the compliances side. So according to that one, under PCI DSS, we have, there are 6 categories. Under PCI DSS, complaints are divided into certification, otherwise divided into 6 categories. Those 6 categories are divided into 6 categories divided into 12 compliances. So total how many we have to validate? We have to validate 12 compliances. What are those 12 compliances we have to validate? First one is the end user credit card data must be protected. because we are hosting our debit card and credit card example in the Amazon or Flipkart or PhonePe or Google Pay. So we are entering our debit card information. So debit card, wherever we are keeping, that end user credit card holder must be protected. So that's why you can see out of 12 members of the credit card and debit card data, so only you can see 4 numbers, or you can see 3 numbers, you can see 2 numbers only. Remaining everything they will do data masking or data anonymization part, like a into mark or star mark. Okay, end user card must be protected. Yeah, end user must be protected using encryption. Okay, so whatever end user card we are keeping under these websites or apps, that one we have to protect it using the protection part. So we have to protect that one. So that is nothing but that data should not be exposed to the public. Second one, this also called as protect credit card holder data. Second one, as I said, so we are using backend couple of servers, keeping that servers in the mind, and we have to implement couple of solutions. Regularly do the patch updates to backend servers. So third one, default passwords should not use. So on the server side, we have demo and also admin. So we should not use those demo and also admin username and password. Strong and complex passwords have to implement.
MFA.
Yeah, including that one MFA also. So MFA length and also character, number, special character, and every 90 days once we have to change the password, multi-factor authentication, account lockout policy, everything will fall under the strong and also complex passwords. And also implement EDR, any endpoint security solution onto the servers. So that may be EDR, DLP, encryption, HADS, HAPS, file integrity monitoring. So next one we have to implement logging and monitoring also. Whatever logs are generated, those logs we have to integrate it our SIM tool. Payment gateway log should be payment gateway log servers and application should be integrated to SIM tool, and we have to create a correlation rules for different category of the attacks. And also we have to install the perimeter side firewall also. Install the firewall in the perimeter level to reduce the attacks, cyber attacks. So next one. So we have to implement DS hardening benchmark. Okay. So we have to implement encryption. So that encryption at the rest and also transit level. Implement encryption data at rest and data at the transit level on the server and also application side. So example, we are using Amazon, and Amazon is an application, and so whatever web browser you are accessing, everything via data at a transit level. In the transit level, we have to use the encryption algorithm mechanisms using either symmetric or asymmetric. If it is symmetric, DS, 3DS, and AES and Diffie-Hellman. and also RSA, those algorithms we have to implement using TLS 1.2 and also TLS 1.3. So that is at the transit level of the encryption. In the similar way, whatever applications are hosted on top of the server, we have to implement disk encryption. That is on the rest level. So this is the way we can implement when the user accessing phone pay and transferring some of the money, and it is crediting to the respective recipient in the similar way. That is transit level. You are ordering one of the food item in the Zomato or Swiggy. So those places also date at a transit level. That is on the front end application. On the back end server level also, we have to do the rest level of the encryption. For example, where these servers are located, that may Windows or maybe Unix servers, we have to implement the disk encryption side. Okay, so that is mean by 8th point. Next one, so CS hardening benchmark. So this one also you have to implement. And role-based access control and segregation of the duties on the server side we have to implement. Yeah. So these are the couple of compliances we have to implement on the PCI DSS side. Okay. So now, as an internal auditor, you should go and you should ask on the application side and on the server side, who is the business owner, and also who is the application owner, and ask them to, they can say whether it's a complaint or not. If it is complaint, okay, it's a yes. If it's non-complaint, it's a no. And it's a complaint partially, it's a partial complaint. So complaint one, we need evidence. Non-complaint one, when they are going to fix it, how much time it will take, and partially complaint remaining half of the partial complaint when they are going to fix it. And finally, you can take the internal audit completion by sitting with the internal stakeholders and everything is fine and all the evidences are available. Then you can coordinate with the external auditor and complete the external auditing. Finally, we can get the certification. Now we can say we certified PCI DSS. So that trustworthy, and also that information we can share with the respective vendors or external third parties or client or customers, or update in the even our app also, so that other people has a trustworthy. Yes, we can trust this app. We can use this app for the transaction, and we can store our credit card and debit card holder data in the wherever the app is storing. So this is the in case any our PI data is exposing by these PCI DSS vendors, then we can go and we can do the FIR file case also. My debit card data, my credit card data, my confidential data, my PI data information is exposed to the public. Okay, now respective, okay, whatever authority or statutory body or legislative body where we given the file complaint, they will take based on the evidences, they can do the penalties to the respective apps. So this is the way how we can do the overall PCI DSS certification. Okay. So in the entry point of view, you can say these three I do experience on ISO 27001 and also PCI DSS and also GDPR. That is more than sufficient. But remaining, you can make it like an optional kind of thing. Next one, SOX, Sarbanes-Oxley Act. What is the Sarbanes-Oxley Act about? So Sarbanes-Oxley Act. So whatever PCI DSS we discussed, it's dedicated to debit card and also credit card. Okay, so payment transaction. Okay, so side only. But Sarbanes-Oxley Act is completely financial transaction. As I said previously, so not only payment we can do via debit card and credit card, but also we can do payment via NEFT or IMPS, or maybe through net banking, or maybe through wire transfer, or maybe through Western Union, or maybe through any other third party, or maybe through QR code scanner or UPI payment option. These many options are available. Sarbanes-Oxley Act, it will mainly provide about the entire financial transaction. PCDSS is a subset of SOX now. This one is for entire transaction, belongs to the financial transaction related to SOX. Now, how we can define this one? This compliance is applicable to entire financial, internal report, and also external report, or entire financial transactions doing by vendor or customer. Now we can say vendor or organization. Okay. So for those scenarios we can use. So as I said, payment gateway we can do. So there are different ways. Now when this one is implemented, it is implemented in 2002. So example, what is meant by internal financial report and external financial report? For example, internal fin so that is internal. Okay, so report, financial report. In this similar way, so what are tools we are purchasing? Vendor financial report. What are tools we are purchasing? So that is internal financial report. Providing the salaries to employees. So this is not internal, this external, sorry. Providing salaries to employees. So that is internal. So these are the internals. Every month we can provide the salaries to the employee. That is internal financial report side. How much revenue you are getting? That is also internal. Now what is external financial report? So we have what are tools we are purchasing. For example, DevOps team, machine learning team, HR team. So even application development team, product development team, security team, NOC team, entire organization of the company. So if they want to purchase any tool, if they want investment any revenue, that will fall under the external financial report. Any even, for example, couple of companies, they will provide the food and also they'll provide the soft drinks and also even coffee or and so on. Those are also our revenue to the respective company side. So they are providing expenses to the respective vendor. Okay. So that is also financial report side, external side. Any tool purchase in this similar way, admin related financial report, nothing but food and everything, transportation, all these will fall under the admin side. So these are all couple of things fall under the external financial report, because these revenue or these expenses they're making on the employees and paying to the external companies or external organizations. Okay. So these financial transactions also we can keep under the SOX side. Now, if you want to go to the SOX compliances now, you should be aware of the ERP. What is mean by ERP? So note I'm keeping here. Every organization will use for financial transaction using ERP platform. What is that ERP platform here? Every company and very, very popular one is Oracle ERP platform. So under that one, 11G, 12G, 13G, 14G, these are all couple of things, even 11 also. In the similar way, we have competitor to Oracle is now it is becoming very, very popular, SAP. So SAP Financial Transactions or SAP HANA Cloud, there are 17 to 21 modules are existing under the SAP. Okay, so these are all the enterprise resource planning platforms. So most of the companies will use these ERP platforms for the financial transactions. Okay, now, so think about these two angles, Oracle servers and Oracle database. These are all most of the cases like a databases. Think about Oracle databases in your mind, and now, so wherever the financial transaction is happening through these database using either Oracle or backend databases. We have to define the compliances now. Those compliances are, I think around 6 to 7 compliances are there under the these SOX compliances side. So one is internal control. SOX operational controls are, first one is internal control. So how we are accessing these databases? So via we are accessing through SaaS based, or via we are accessing through any VPN, or with VPN or without VPN. So obviously we can access the with VPN. In the similar way, network activity to access the servers, database servers. So how the database are located and where they're located. So whether we are using the SLTLS handshake, whether you are using the local area network, or whether using the without VPN or with VPN. So those things will fall under these two controls. Next one, we have user activity. So every database has a user account, and also next one is admin account and administrator account, super admin account, those activities. So we have to monitor user activity. In case database are accessing by multiple users, who has the accounts? What is the role we define? We have to monitor that activity for 1 year time period. By the way, all these controls for 1 year. 1 year is a baseline. So internal control, we have to ask evidence, and we have to ask evidence how they are accessing the database, and we have to ask evidence last 1 year data. Can you provide as evidence? Okay. In the similar login activity to database. So in 1 year time period, who are all logged into the database, that entire username and not password, users information we need. This one also we need evidence. So next one is database activity. What are the different types of database activity it has done? So whether it is structured query language or PGSQL, or what are structured data or unstructured data, what is the data schema? So under who are all access that database, that evidence, and also information access. What type of data is stored in the database, whether it's critical data or non-critical data. So how the data can be accessed. So these are all the couple of, okay, so controls we have to implement. These are all the evidences we have to gather. Now, whoever is a part of the ERP platform, just go and speak with them and gather all these details. Then they can provide the 1 year time period filter out, and they can provide all these evidences. Now, once they'll provide the evidences, all this data is available or not, just we can compare in 1 year time period, and you will think like internal audit is fine. Here only one team, by the by. Here only one team. So once the internal audit is completed, then we can call external auditors and we can complete the overall external audit, and finally we can make a certification. Okay, so in my ex company, what I used to do, I worked on this PCI DSS, I worked on even SOX complaints also. Couple of applications we are using Oracle, and couple of applications we are using the SAP both. So they are sitting beside me only. So part of the corporate IT. and I am part of the application security, cloud security, cyber and product security. I was handling in that company. It's a product based company, and so regularly we used to do yearly basis these certifications. Now whenever if I want to take the internal audit, first I have to gather the evidences. First I have to speak with them. So I called for 1 day meeting, and I need these are all the couple of controls, because we have to certify. Then only we can give the trustworthy to the respective customers, whoever they are doing the business with us. Then I provided all the importance to them. Then I spoke with those Oracle team and also SAP team. And couple of applications, as I said, it is in the Oracle side, and couple of applications are on the couple of database we are using in the SAP. So then I took both the combinations. We are using one of the, we are not maintaining any Excel sheet. We are using one of the tool name is called IS-GRC. Each and every control I used to enter in that tool itself. There is no manual report, and whatever evidences they gathered. So in the Excel format or Word document, I used to attach for here one of the attachment in the tool, and this one of the attachment, this is one of the attachment, and so on. And internal audit we completed successfully, and we called Deloitte as external auditor. He came for 1 day, and finally we completed external audit, and finally we certified SOX compliance. So this is the way how we can do. Yeah, as I said, this process is common for every complaints, but you should be aware of. So each and every complaint belongs to what type of role and what is the activity we have to do. If we have that information, yes, we can conduct these audits, and finally we can make a certification as well. And once again, this certification validity is for 1 year. Okay, so that is about overall SOX. So next one, HIPAA compliances. So HIPAA compliance is applicable to only, see, financial transactions applicable to almost all the companies, and this is applicable to dedicated debit card only, debit card and credit card. So you should be aware of that one also. It's not applicable to, okay, so they are accepting the payment via maybe UPA transaction or QR code scan. Those companies not applicable. And this SOX is applicable to almost all the companies. ICF 27,000 applicable to almost all the companies. And EMS, environmental management system, is applicable to all the, these are all must one everyone has to do. So next one, HIPAA. What is the HIPAA full form here? Health insurance, portability, accountability, and the act. Okay. So under this one, what exactly we will do? This is applicable to mainly health insurance based companies, and also all the hospitals and all the pharma based companies. And finally, whoever is developing the healthcare based product development companies, those companies also gets to certify HIPAA compliances. Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on a minute. Sorry guys, apologies. Yeah, so HIPAA compliance is applicable to, as I said, all the hospitals, all the pharma based companies, and also all the insurance based healthcare based companies, and finally product development companies, whoever is developing the healthcare oriented products. Okay, so these compliance is applicable to healthcare industry companies. Example, all the hospitals, and also second one is all the health insurance companies. Next one, all the pharma based companies, and all the product development related to health. So what are the different types of product development companies? Example, all the hospitals, you know already. I no need to say. Continental Health. Okay, so next one, Asia and Columbia Hospital, AIG, Yashoda, Apollo. So all those will fall under the hospital side. Health insurance based companies and pharma based companies and product development healthcare based companies like Philips. Philips is developing the product development companies related to heart and also lungs and also everything. There are different types of products are developing Philips. And also Medtronics. Medtronics also one of the very famous company, and it is developing the healthcare based products. So they have to certify even HIPAA compliances. And Johnson and Johnson, and also we have GE Healthcare. Okay, there are so many. So these are the couple of companies related to product development companies. They are developing the products related to healthcare based industry, and they are selling those products to all the hospitals and also all the pharma based companies. So that is about this compliances applicability. Under this one, we have three different types of controls. Those controls we have to follow. What are those three different types of controls on the HIPAA compliance side? By the way, when this one is implemented, it is implemented in the North America in 1996. It is implemented in the USA or North America. Later, everyone started using this compliance now. How GDPR is initially invented in the European Union, and later it has come to Australia, USA, India, UK, Singapore, Netherlands, and so on. Same way, this particular company initially it is invented by USA, not invented, so it's implemented by USA, and later everyone is starting using this compliance. So in 1996. So under the HIPAA compliance, there are three different types of category of the controls. One is physical, that's about patient oriented, PHI, personal health information oriented. So next one is administrative, how the office infrastructure looks like, whether proper facilities available or not, whenever any patient is coming. That is administrative point of view. Next one, technical point of view, whether doctors and also whether skillful people are available to do the surgery or to do the operations. So these different types of parameters we can go and we can validate, and finally, so we can comply, we can do the internal audit and also external audit. That is belongs to HIPAA compliances side. Physical, administrative, and technical. Physical meaning here, so where the hospital is located, and also once the patient is going, so patient related information, all those physical oriented. Okay, so it's a completely offline, not via online. And administrative oriented is facilities oriented, like infrastructure, everything it is properly deployed or not. Inspections couple of times they will do, right? That's one type of audit only. So now technical oriented is on the medicine oriented part, whatever they are utilizing, even skill is existing to do the patient monitoring part, that is technical oriented. So this is overall HIPAA compliance oriented. If you are applying for any job vacancy for hospitals oriented, and also product oriented, and also health insurance oriented pharma based companies, they will ask, do you have experience on HIPAA compliance or not? Okay, I will give another practical scenario what it's happened to me. Okay, I attended for Provident Health Provident, what is that company name? It is there in the Raidurgam. Um, Provident, Provident Hospitals, group of the hospitals. In the fifth round of the interview, in the final round, total 7 members are joined in the interview. One of the questions they asked about, um, do you trust Christianity or not? Entire all rounds are over, and I said I have the HIPAA compliance experience and everything. It's everything is over. Last question what they asked before asking, do you have any questions? So, do you trust Christianity or not? Do you Catholic or Protestant? What I have to give the answer? Whether I have to give I am a Hindu? Obviously, I am Hindu. So, why they are bringing a religion, I'm not sure. Maybe that particular hospital is belongs to Catholic, I think. So they asked one of the questions belongs to this one also. But I should not lie. I have given an honest answer. So I'm Hindu. So I given I am Hindu. But even though they selected me, they released the offer letter also. A couple of times these religion-oriented questions also they are expecting in the interview point of view. Okay. So anyways, it's a different story. Yeah. So that is about overall HIPAA-related compliances side. Sorry, I brought religion topic in the class because this is the way how they asked. That is what I shared my experience here. So next one is SOC 1, SOC 2. So what is the SOC 1, SOC 2, and SOC 3 also came into picture. This is applicable to mainly into cloud environment. So financial transactions we are doing in the cloud environment and cloud application side. There it is applicable to SOC 1 and SOC 2 side. So if the applications are deployed in the cloud, okay. So if you want to do financial transactions via cloud, example, I can say SaaS based applications. So SOC 1 means don't think like it's a cybersecurity SOC operations center. That is different one. Okay. So here SOC 1 and SOC 2 is completely different. So SOC 1, SOC 2 mainly is for the cloud oriented applications if you are deploying. We can do the financial transaction, and SOC 1 is provided the internal related and SOC 2 is provided the external related. So that is the importance of the SOC 1 and SOC 2. Main thing is mainly into wherever system and also organization controls. So what is SOC 2 is about? SOC 1 is mainly for the, it is applicable cloud application, cloud compliance controls when we are deploying applications. So SOC 1 mainly focus on the confidentiality, integrity, and availability controls related to financial. And SOC 2 is belongs to mainly system and also organization related controls related to financial transaction. Sorry guys, I don't know, from past 3 days my internet is fluctuating. I have to speak with Act Fibernet. It is automatically shutting down and rebooting once again. Apologies for that. So yeah, it is mainly SOC 1 is focusing on the internal controls of the financial report, that is belongs to confidentiality and also integrity side. And mainly SOC 2 is for what SOC 2 is addressing, or what SOC 2 will do. It will address about service organization control, or system organization service, or system organization controls, that is applicable to our financial reports or operations. When anything we are implementing on the cloud side, so those cloud operations, if you want to address any controls, we can use SOC. And financial related internal controls can be using confidentiality, integrity, availability can be maintained under the SOC 1. So that is the main difference, SOC 1 versus SOC 2. Okay, so these complaints, it is becoming now only popular because of the everyone is migrating uh, so to cloud environment. And other than this one, we have very big control, basically FedRAMP. FedRAMP is nowadays what are we are using. SOC 1, SOC is subset of the FedRAMP. FedRAMP, if you want to do certification, it is almost equivalent to 1 million USD dollars only for certification cost. If you want to this, if you want to do FedRAMP certification, just for to prove that you can deploy any application or any product in the Amazon Web Services and also in the Azure environment. So we can go and we can use the FedRAMP application. Initially, it is invented in the North America in 2021 or 2022. So that too for public sector companies and government sector companies and all the ministries like a police or hospitals and also Navy, Army. So wherever public safety is required, those companies are those companies initially it is start for FedRAMP side. So why? Because these are all the critical infrastructure related companies. Okay, it's very important to the organization point of view also. So later, not only on the public sector and government sector companies are following this FedRAMP, and also nowadays it is focusing on almost all the sectors: private sector, retail sector, business sector, telecom sector. So yeah, almost every sector it has to follow FedRAMP now. So right now it is implemented for North America. I think already very soon it will come to India and also other other organizations as well. So what is this particular FedRAMP is about? This is also applicable to cloud. Cloud. So example, I am developing one of the product. I am from Nokia company and we are developing telecom based product. Now this telecom based product wants to purchase by applicability. I can write here. So example, this applicable to initially whoever is developing the product on that product, if you want to implement in the cloud service provider, those companies certify FedRAMP. So I'm giving one of the example. Nokia is developing telecom based products. Like for example, messaging system, or maybe once the call is completed, automatically how much time they have taken by the one user to another user, and also how much cost is involved. So the telecom based product now Nokia is selling to, example, take Ministry of Defense in the USA. Ministry of Defense is a public sector under the military, defense sector under the ministry. Now Nokia has to complete the FedRAMP certification on this particular product where they are deploying. Maybe they are deploying the Amazon Web Services side in the cloud environment. So now Nokia has to complete the FedRAMP certificate. FedRAMP contains more than 450 plus controls. Highest controls, not even ISO 27001. Not even ISO 27001. So more number of the controls contains the FedRAMP only. 457 plus, I think. 450 plus controls. Okay. So these many controls we have to validate: Docker, container, infrastructure, database, application, cloud. So next one, identity, authorization, identity access management, privilege access management, infrastructure, network, everything we have to validate. Altogether, we have, I think, 450 plus controls or 420 plus controls. I forgot. 420 plus controls are there. Each and every control we have to fill up and we have to send it to respective Ministry of Defense before processing deployment of the telecom-based company, telecom-based product in the Ministry of Defense. Before that one, so if you want to FedRAMP certification, we have to speak with the FedRAMP organization and we have to complete the internal audit by speaking with all the internal stakeholders. ISO 27000 only with 14 stakeholders we are speaking. As per 5 to 18, A5 to A18, only 14 stakeholder. But FedRAMP side, we have to contact almost more than 20 plus internal stakeholders. And we have to gather entire 420 plus controls or 450 plus controls. And we have to gather the evidence and we have to do the certification. Once you are providing that certification, then we have to submit that certificate to Minister of Defense. Otherwise, not complete the certificate yet, but we got the order. What we have to do now? Okay, now Minister of Defense will wait for the to complete the FedRAMP certification. It will take 1 year. But we got the order. But at least whatever FedRAMP complaints, those controls we have to fill up and provide the evidences and send it to Minister of Defense. Then they will accept or maybe reject. It depends. So this one of the example. Maybe second example I will give. Samsung. So Samsung is developing one of the, other than mobile, developing the public safety products. What this public safety products is belongs to? So walkie-talkie, example, traffic police officers and also guides. Nowadays schools also they are using, and also police department, navy department, army department. One person is sitting in X location, Y person is sitting sitting in the another location. So they will use walkie-talkie kind of one of the phone. They can converse each other. What is the condition? Okay. So wherever public safety related, like as I said, traffic police officer or normal police officer, fire engineering alarm team, and also Navy team and Army team and ministry team. So schools and universities. One of the person sitting in the fourth floor and one of the person in the ground floor. If they want to communicate about each other. So those places. So this we can use public safety. We have to consider as the main priority. It's a very confidential data here. So for those scenarios also, if the Samsung is developing this product to deliver to whatever, just now I given the couple of examples of the healthcare and police and fire alarm and also schools and universities and ministries and navy and army part, they can select. Maybe now customers they have the Azure environment. It's a public safety product, and they want to deploy this product in the Azure. So example Navy, or example traffic police officers, or police department. Now Samsung has to certify stating that yes, we have FedRAMP certified. We are already FedRAMP certified and we have to share that certification to them stating that yes, we certified. Then only now. So Navy or traffic police officer, they will give project to Samsung. Otherwise, they will not give. So we have to show that certificate to them. So this is a mandatory one. So these are the, as I said, initially it is applicable to only government sector. Now it is moved to even public and private sectors as well. Okay. So that is our FedRAMP, and I will attach that FedRAMP certification controls also. I think it is there with me because I have done the US Army total 427 controls I validated when I was working in X company. And we provided that report to US Army because US Army is one of my client. Okay. So this is about FedRAMP side. Yeah, that Excel sheet, it is there with me. I think so. Let me re-verify. And if it is there, I can upload in the wherever I created GRC folder under information security, I can upload. Similarly, where I uploaded ISO 27001. So that is our overall FedRAMP. These are all very important controls. Okay. So as I said, you should not be expert in all these. At least if you know 3 or 4, 3 is sufficient to crack any interview. You should not be expert in each and every complaints point oriented, but you should be aware of the what the complaints is about. Okay. So complete depending on how you are expressing at the time of the interview. So let's go and discuss about other controls. Next one is CIS hardening benchmark. This one already we know. So if you want to reduce the attack vector and risk and also attack complexity whenever attacker is hacking on the endpoint and also network and application cloud servers and databases, initial security configurations or implementation we have to configure on the OS level or application level or network level or cloud level. So to reduce the risk, to reduce the attack exploitation or at complexity side. So CS and also stick compliances or DOD, Department of Defense stick compliances. So Department of Defense compliance is applicable to only on the defense sector and Navy sector, Army sector, those sectors people only. But the CS is applicable to almost all. So this already anyway we discussed. I'm repeating once again. This is applicable to, these are all initial security configurations, implementations in the OS, network, cloud, or application, Docker, container, server, database, extra. So these configurations can be implemented by respective asset owner or server owner or business owner. Now, what is our role? We have to run the scan and we have to validate all the controls are passed or failed. So whenever we are running the VM scan or server scan or database scan or application scan, we have to enable these, and network scan also. We have to enable and how many are passed and how many are failed. And failed one we have to give to the respective business owner and they will fix those issues. So that is about CS earning benchmark. And we have ninth one is quality management system, ISO 9001. So international standard organization. And here QMS. What is QMS is belongs to quality management system. So quality management system is applicable to quality control. What is the product quality? So under that one, couple of controls are existing, and those product development are not application. Most of the cases it's applicable to product development companies. Whoever is developing the product, inspect, that quality check they have to do. Example, maybe product development or building oriented, or maybe food oriented, or maybe travel oriented, or aviation oriented. Okay, healthcare oriented also. So previously we discussed. So healthcare oriented, pharma oriented, pills or tablets or injections. So those things, places, for almost whatever product they are making, that product is quality is good or not. For that one, they have to do the quality control, and even they have to certify ISO 9001. So they'll complete the internal inspection, quality control by internal team, and internal team is okay. Then we have to go with the external audit, and external auditors will come and they will check the external quality checks. Okay. So this compliance is applicable to product quality, product assurance, product defects that will cause impact to humans. Okay. So finally, who will be losing their health or their uh, maybe food poisoning and everything? It's completely depending on the not only just food oriented, for everything. Maybe it's aviation oriented. They are developing one of the product belongs to flights or helicopters. So that product is not that much great, or maybe mechanical oriented, electrical oriented, civil oriented, or automobile industry. So if that product is there, finally it will lead, and uh, it will leads to the people's issues only. Okay. So people will going to die. So that's why this quality is very, very important. So next one is ISO 14001. ISO 14001 is belongs to environmental management system. EMS. This compliance is applicable to all the companies or organization has to certify ISO 14001. It's a must. Okay, so each and every not only company responsibility, each and every individual responsibility. Any company has to, they will do certification. They are saying that okay, will not release any air pollution, water pollution, noise pollution. Okay, in the similar way, so they have to certify the environmental management system certification part. So every company has to complete this certification, is a mandatory. Okay. Not only just think, forget about, okay, so couple of examples are what they have to certify, and they have to promise, and they have to give the commitment on the completion oriented part here. Global warming. We will not, they have to commit on this one. Global warming, ozone layer depletion, third one, plastic we should not use, deforestation, pollution, measure controls, plantation. This is a preventive mechanism. Plantation preventive mechanism. And under the guidelines of under the guidelines of UNFCCC. Okay, so United Nation Framework Climate Change. So this is uh, one of the framework defined by United Nations in Geneva, Switzerland headquarters. They will conduct every year in the different places, and each and every country they have to participate in these summits. They will conduct in the Nepal, they will conduct in the India, they will conduct in the Netherlands, they will conduct in the maybe Middle East. Every year they will conduct in the different places. So every country, one of the delegate, they can go and they can participate, and they have to speak about this is the way how we are reducing the global warming, and we are taking the plastic usage reduction, and also we are implementing all these controls on behalf of the each and every country. The delegate has to go and they have to represent about overall countryside. Okay, so this is what it's happened, right? So pandemic and corona side, because of the one coronavirus, it caused so many people populations and so many people were died. Okay, so these controls we should be take protect and prevent is better than the repent and repair. You are doing the proactive measures and protective measures are implementing, so it's better as compared to once the condition already reached, and repairing and repent is very critical and complicated. Instead of that one, proactive controls we have to implement. So that one they will discuss under the climate change meetings or summits. Okay, this one of the control, not only just on the organization point of view, you have to do the certification. Each and every individual responsible for these, I mean, causes for the global warming, or causes for the ozone layer depletion, causes for the, okay, so deforestation, causes for the plantation, not cause. Plantation is for preventive. Okay, plastic uses and so on. But even though those many things will implement, nobody will follow. That is the problem here. Anyways, yeah. Next one is OAS top 10. So this one also you know already. So this one is belongs to our application layer 7 controls and framework. It is defined by, okay, our voice organization, and so it is applicable to dedicated layer 7 controls. So very soon we are going to get 2025 related voice top 10 also. I'm expecting in January or February. Very soon it will come out. The top 10 category of the attacks. Once again, uh, you have to you have to think about a new category of the attacks. Whether already existing 2020 controls are it is reappearing once again under the 2025 or not. Just you can compare that one, and you can go through new complaints as well. Okay, it is an institution or organization, and it will complete application survey against application layer attacks or OSC layer 7 attacks, and it will provide top 10 attacks information. So that is called WASP top 10. So latest survey as per 2021. Latest survey as per 2021. We know about that A01, A02, A034, and 10 up to 10. Broken access controls, cryptographic failures, injection fly attack, insecure design. So which one is misconfiguration and also outdated vulnerability updates, insufficient logging and monitoring. Okay, so next one, SSRF attack. All those will fall under the WASP top 10 side. Already we discussed this one under the application security side. Okay, that's all for today morning, and we have another 3 or 4. So that one we can discuss in the evening class. As said, this is not a mandate to learn about all these. So first 4 or 5 years are very important. Okay, so these are all the frameworks. These are not basic complaints. All these are frameworks up to here. I mean, CS is a framework, and also OS top 10 is a framework. Okay, so in the evening class, I'll complete uh, BCP-DR and also these compliances oriented. I will start cloud security, or I can complete whatever Priyanka asked yesterday. Windows event types, that is pending topic. Maybe Windows event types, or maybe we can discuss about cloud basics. That's all for today morning. Do you have any questions? Any questions?
No, sir.
Yeah, as I said, please go through the top 5 or 6, and you are strong in 3. That is more than sufficient to crack the interview. Okay. So I will upload last night video. I forgot to upload. Not forgot. I don't have time to upload. I'll upload now. And please go through all those documentation. And if you have any doubts, and please let me know in the evening class.
Sir,
Yeah, please.
you have uploaded something in DLP folder, but it is not opening. It is a zip file.
Zip file. Okay. Okay, fine then. I can individual upload. I thought like you can open that one also. So what I will do, I will upload individually all those documents. I will do that. Yeah. I expected same thing. This issue will cause, and you cannot open the folder. My guess is correct. Okay, fine. Okay, guys. Then thank you so much, and see you evening at 5:30 p.m. IST.
Okay, bye, sir.
And don't forget, and evening please attend. I will start cloud secure and cloud basics, because nowadays cloud also they're expecting.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Have a great day.